Hi guys, my name is Matt and welcome back to another video. Today is a story time. And this story is the most pleasant story in the world. It happened in 7th grade. Like, I don't know, maybe the beef started about like as soon as I entered in 7th grade. And we're just gonna call this kid Fat Boy. And his friend is Fat Boy 2. So Fat Boy and Fat Boy 2 walked up to me in the schoolyard. Now, mind you, I was new to this school, so I didn't know many people, and many times in that school, people walked up to me asking if I wanted to be friends with them. And I knew if the people would walk up to me if they were good simply by the way that they looked at me and the way that they spoke to me. I was not new to being new at a school, and I was not new to being the new kid. So these two kids walked up to me, Fat Boy 1, Fat Boy 2. Fat Boy 1 was a bitch of a dick. A bitch of a dick, yes. I know, he was a bitch of a dick. Oh, a hit marker? What? But anyway, he was yikes. He was simply the definition of the word yikes. And Fat Boy 2 was pretty cool guy. Me and him got along, and we still get along now. But anyway, back to the story. They pulled up to the schoolyard and they were like, "Hey, want to be friends?" And the girl named Abby that I was talking to was talking to me before anybody else was, so I was walking with her in the schoolyard since I had no other friends. But the problem is that they already looked like a piece of shit. But as soon as they started talking shit about Abby, saying how big of a pussy she was, I just declined and I said, "Nah, I'm good." Now, mind you, that decision was for the best, the very best, and I'll get to that later. But I have to say this now, since this was happening in 6th grade. I had this teacher named, what should I call her? Miss Fatty. I'm gonna call her Miss Fatty. Miss Fatty was the stereotype asshole teacher. She would say things, and then if I would correct her, she would be a piece of shit about it. So one day, I learned that Miss Fatty was Fat Boy 1's mom. Now, mind you, me and Miss Fatty was not on the best terms. Not on the best terms at all, actually. To the point where in one of these classes, she was talking about her own theory on the moon, and how the moon was created, and I scientifically disproved her theory. Since it was pretty much all based off of gravity and how planets affect each other with gravity, I disproved with straight up facts. Telling her that she was incorrect about that theory and how that theory was definitely not a possibility. And her reaction to that was a dirty look. And then you talk back to me one more time, I'm kicking you out of class and getting you suspended. That pisses me off since I don't take threats very nicely. I don't care if you're a homeboy or not, you don't threaten me. That's not how that works. You don't threaten somebody without getting a negative response back. If you get threatened, you're not like, ha ha ha, so funny. When you get threatened, you're like, fucking square up. But obviously, I'm not going to do that to a woman, never mind a teacher. But mind you, me and Miss Fatty wasn't on good terms, and neither was me and Fat Boy 1. Now, mind you, I had to tell you about his mom, since that comes important later. Oh my fucking god, I spawn, I die, I spawn, I die, I spawn, I die. But, you know, she and him made a great couple. Oh my god, could this guy spray? But, you know, years pass without us talking to each other, since, you know, I avoided him, he avoided me. Until one day, he pulled up to my table and was talking crap about one of my friends. And my immediate response to that was, back the fuck off. Exact words, can quote that. But, you know, I said back the fuck off, and his response was, you really want to do this? Wow, I will square up with you. And I was like, I would whoop your ass. Sorry about that, pause right there. My dad called me, but, anyway, where was I? Years pass, he pulls up to my lunch table to talk shit about one of my friends. And my response is, back the fuck off, you can quote that, and, you know, he didn't take that response very positively. He said, bro, I can beat the fuck out of you. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I mean, you can pull up, bro, but, like, not really going to be the best decision that you'll ever make. And he was like, oh, okay, I can deal with that. So, he was like, meet me at the bathroom. And I was like, which bathroom? There's, like, 4. And he was like, the one in the middle school. And I was like, there's 2 in the middle school. He was like, the one in the social studies hallway. Okay. So me and Fat Boy are about to pull up, and my friend is not very happy with that. He claims that this kid shoved 2 other kids underneath a desk and continuously pounded on them in class. And since his mom was a teacher, she allowed that. And I was like, okay, so this kid deserves a beating and even more. And, yeah, so that happened. And then, you know, time passes. I pull up to the schoolyard. I mean, not the schoolyard. The bathroom. And, his friends are in there. But not him. So I wait in there. Me and his friends are on good terms. You know, his friends are pretty chill. Obviously not him, though, since he's a dick. But, you know, the bell rings, and he hasn't shown up yet. And all of us in there are thinking that, like, this kid's a no-show. Literally a simple no-show. And, he was 2 minutes late, which is fine. And I was like, look, he walks in, I take off my jacket, and I'm like, let's make this quick. I gotta get to class. And he's like, oh, trust me, it's gonna be real quick. And I'm like, okay. So I take off my jacket, and I'm like, all right, man, you gotta throw the first swing. I'm not gonna get suspended for throwing the first punch. I could just say it's self-defense if you're gonna snitch. And he's like, okay, I see you. And he punched me. Literally nothing. I think there's still footage out there of me getting punched in the face and me just having a little smirk. I turn back to him and I say, really? And he's like, your turn. And I'm like, okay. So I look at the camera, I look at him, and then I punch him in the face. And this kid falls to the floor so goddamn hard. And he passes out for like a whole 30 seconds. And he wakes back up and he's like, bro, my tooth, I think you broke it. You know, I was like, alright, well, I gotta head out. Since he was on the floor bleeding and everything. And, okay. I'm back. My dad called me because, dinner is here again. But, anyway, before I start eating, might as well finish up this story. But, you know, this kid's, like, on the floor bleeding. And I'm like, alright, we gotta pack it up and go. I'm late to class. I'm about 3 minutes late. I just wanted to be, like, walking out of there all cool and shit. I walk out, and mind you, he has a class right next to mine. We both had social studies, but, like, he had a different class than me. But, you know, he didn't walk out of the bathroom 5 minutes later. He didn't. I didn't see him walk past my class until like 5 minutes later, with an eye patch. I mean, not an eye patch, more like a goddamn ice pack on his eye. So at that point, I'm like, okay, whatever the fuck happened. I don't know why we got the ice pack, but you know, like 2 hours go by, and I get called down to the principal's office. What, Elias? What?
That's supposed to be in.
What's your problem?
Just getting me. Thank you.
Goodbye, Elias.
Goodbye.
Shut my door.
God, you can't do that, you lazy.
I know. All the way. This kid can shut my door all the way. Anyway, back to story time. He walks to class with an ice pack, and then I got called down to the principal's office. And this motherfucker, this little bitch, this snitch, snitches on himself, never mind me, to get me in trouble, saying that me and him got into a fist fight in the bathroom. Now, I literally say to them, yeah, I got into a fist fight. It is what it is. Anyway. And they're like, okay, well, you got ratted out anyway. Thank you for cooperating. You got 6 days of in-school suspension. Cool. But I'm not allowed to miss a day. Every day I have to go there unless it's 2 days added up to my in-school suspension. Understandable. But, you know, this kid doesn't show up the first day. And he only got 3 days. Now, okay, I'm back. I got called again, but this time it was to take out the dog. But anyway, not to get off topic, this kid had 3 days of suspension. That was it. And you want to know why? Because his mother was a teacher. No fucking shit. Oh my fucking god. That pissed me the fuck off. But, you know, there's one good thing that came out of this. He never fucking bothered me again, that's for sure. Oh yeah, did I also tell you guys that he had a black eye and a shattered tooth after that one punch that I threw? Probably didn't. Probably forgot to leave that out.